Alright, Knights of Apollo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Third Age Total War Reforged. You can see the officer here giving out the orders. He's like, look, man, he looks so happy, and he's about to charge into battle. He's like, go forward and fight. So yeah, we're back with Third Age Total War Reforged. This is the third and final part of our three-part series on the War of the Elves and Sauron. And in the last battle, you saw the elves kind of regroup in Linden and push back Sauron. Well, Sauron has kind of regrouped similar to where the first battle was. You can see it on the map right here. He's regrouping in Therabad, if I'm not mistaken. So he's regrouping his forces, trying to, trying to get those numbers up. But the pursuing elves and Numenorians have caught up to them. So we have a huge Numenorian army on the battlefield, which I believe it was a pretty large Numenorian army. But of course, we do have the Linden elves as well, ready to kill these disgusting orcs. So there's two armies here, and then in the city here, which I believe is near, I think this is near a ford, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure exactly, but there is a garrison Numenor force, and I believe there was another force of Numenorians who came by boats, by sea, and they went up the river, and this is I assume this is what this army is. You can see them kind of in marching column formation, headed towards the city here to support their allies and their fellow countrymen in this great time. Now, historically or lore-wise, Sauron was defeated in this battle. It was a decisive victory for the elves and for the Numenorians. And Sauron barely escaped with his bodyguard. And Sauron was kind of non-existent for a long time after this, so he was nearly completely destroyed until he eventually rebuilt and was like, I'm sure I know the story, rebuilt and became a threat again. So yeah, very cool, very interesting, and we'll jump in here. We'll check out the armies. So I believe this is a 3 versus 5. We have 3 good guys, so let's start with them. Look at this army. This is a massive force here. Look at them march forward. Looks awesome. So we have the Numenorians, led by Sin of the Dark Cloud. Again, want to give a big thank you to Sin of the Dark Cloud and all the players here for making this possible. I still don't have my internet, and just, getting replays like this where I can record them offline has been a huge help, and it's been a lot of fun to watch these. So again, big thank you to Sin of the Dark Cloud and everybody here. So we've got the Linden Elves led by Lengo. So he is got a mighty force here, very deadly force. The Blade Masters here can rack up a lot of kills for sure. He's got some awesome archers in the back, so they're going to be a pretty nasty force. Let's go ahead and look at the other players here. We have Happy Meal, who is leading the small garrison force in the city, and I think also this is Happy Meal. Yep, this is Happy Meal as well. He is the 3rd army, the Numenorian reinforcements. Looks really cool. I love this city, by the way. This looks awesome. All right, let's go ahead and look at the orcs really fast. So we'll start with this one. We've got Mr. Sneak Man. He's got a big army, but he is playing as Mordor. Right next to him, we've got Eclipse of the Dark Cloud, which again, we have the Mordorians, Mordor. And then Mordor again by Enix Fitz. So it's just a straightforward army, lots of orcs, some trolls in there, some elites way in the back, Minas Morgul Chosen. So very cool. Look at these guys. The dark black, the jet black, very cool. Let's go to the next army, which is led by Cannon Fodder, which he has a very large army as well. So it looks a little smaller than the other ones, but it is quite sizable. And then for the final army, we have Son of Enladris, who again is playing as Mordor. So those are all the armies today. Let's go to the main fight here, which looks like it's going to be right here. We'll go back to normal speed. We're going to have a lot of troops moving forward, and it's going to get messy. The elves are a little hesitant here. You can see, oh, now they're going in. Okay, they're a little behind, but it looks like they're kind of veering off their starting position, kind of shifting over to the right side to aid the Numenorians. I don't know if they're going to try to do... sometimes what you can do in these types of situations is kind of double team a player and then have a light force, almost like a rear guard, hold back the other army, and then kind of, once you defeat this army, shift all your attention on the last army over here. So that might be the case. I don't know. Let's find out. But the Numenorians are not even hesitating. They are just running straight into the battle. I'm kind of surprised he... Okay, there's his steel bows. So he does have his archers here, and he's going to keep running them up forward. Look at that. The steel bows aren't even sitting back. He's not even going to shoot some arrows. He's going to go, well, he's getting a little closer. He's inching. He's like, hold. It's like red light, green light, you know, like the game you used to play as a kid. That's what it looks like here. But there we go. Now they're committing, and they're going to go into the orc fodder, which, yeah, they're doing exactly what they were designed to do, be a fodder for the orc army. And sure enough, look at this. That's kind of, look at what's happening here. I just kind of what I said. They were going to veer off a little bit and kind of form like a rear guard, but I wonder if they're going to commit any elves over to the Numenorian side. But this is what the good guys do best. They're really good at holding the line and playing the slow game and just chipping away at the orc numbers. We'll zoom in here, get some great shots of this battle as it unfolds. And look at all the shiny armor of the Numenorians.
Repel the attackers. Give them strength.
Repel the attackers. There's a nice little charge. Little counter charge by Mordor. So we'll zoom out here, get a bigger picture, and just see what's going on. You can see that the Numenorians are doing a great job. They're slicing through a lot of these orcs. We have huge orc columns going for the center gap. I think they see a weakness here, and they're going to try to overwhelm it. Then the elves are also holding this beautiful line here. The trolls going on the far flank on the right. This would be the orcs right, the elves left. And they're actually going to surprise attack these horse lords, and that's going to be a big problem. He needs to get his cav out of there. He's got some blade masters that are going to charge in and try to protect them. Oof, look at this front line. Look at this. Oh my god. This is nuts. Got the city in the background that looks awesome. The castle. Alright, so while this... Oh! So they are attacking this little city here. Yeah, I didn't see much on this this battle in terms of a settlement. So I don't know if this was a siege. To my understanding, Sauron was just kind of regrouping his forces to prepare for the elves and Numenorians. But you can see it's a hell of a fight here. Look at all these banners. So let's go over to the other side. Let's see how this is progressing over here, where we have the orcs attacking the city. And they already have walls They already have ladders on the wall. We've got, ooh, some trebuchet fire coming down over on this side. The enemy have taken them. So yeah, they oh man, look how cool this city is. This is awesome. But they've got quite a challenging force. This is the Royal Guard, a very deadly unit. It's gonna be tough for them to try to take the wall, especially with orc fodder. But it's a good way to start. It's a good way to get a couple of them, you know, kill a couple of them and exhaust these Royal Guard. And look, he's even surrounding them a little bit by attacking over on this side. So he definitely has the numbers. And then here's the gate. The gate is under attack as we speak. We've got these sword masters. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but they look very intimidating. And we also have some sentinels in the front line as well. So the orcs are going to use their just brute force, try to break through here, but this is going to be a tough fight. Look how quickly they kind of, like, you know, just shattered. The Numenorians are like, you know, rocks, and the orcs are like the ocean. They just fall apart against them. And then we got these Royal Guard are actually archers, but they can fight in melee. This is kind of cool, where this is really cool. Look at this. Where they have some time where they're not fighting in melee, so they turn and use their bows. And now that they're back into melee, they switch to their spears, and they're back into this frontal main assault here, using the ladders, and Mordor using the ladders. So that was really cool. I don't know, that was just really awesome to see them. I love this versatile units. They can fight, and then they cleared it out, and then they turned and shot arrows to aid their brothers in arms. So I don't know, that was just a sick. And it's happening over here too. You can see they're just opening fire. Very cool stuff. It's really impressive how this game is like, what, almost 15 years old now? Maybe not close to, maybe it's more like 13 or something, but it's always surprising to see what you can do on this game. It's just really impressive. So yeah, they're fighting a good fight here. They are holding the best they can. It's starting to get a little messy. I'm noticing some orcs breaking through, but look at these steel bows. Just shredding this unit that's running through. Look at it. Just crushing this unit, and the cav's gonna meet them. And this unit's breaking. Yeah, they've had enough. Look at this mess of a fight, though. My God. The elves and Numenorians, the men of Middle Earth, stand together. And they're trying to hold the best they can, but I don't know. It's looking like they're getting a little overwhelmed, but you know, I don't know. It's very close. I would say, you know, after looking at the numbers, I think the elves and men have the advantage here. But we'll see. The bounce power is dead even. But they've been killing. There's a good gap between the percentage of kills here between the two sides, where definitely the advantage goes into the good guys. But we'll see if that stays strong, because sometimes it's an illusion when you see such a high difference in percentage, because the quality army, the good guys have the quality armies, right? So when they start to get overwhelmed and surrounded, then you're going to see the percentage killed spike, because you're finally breaking down this unit that racked up a lot of kills with small numbers. So it can be a little bit of an illusion, but as of right now, the percentage differences are staying strong. They're about the same, and we're not really seeing a big difference, but you never know. All it takes is for Mordor to surround these units, and I think that's what they're trying to do. They're using their orcs, their Olag High. They're using everything they can, but they're doing a good job. Numenorian and the elves are doing a good job of just preventing any kind of flanking units and keeping their really elite units fighting in the front line and not worrying about getting flanked. All right, very cool fight. Let's go back over here and see how this battle is progressing, where the Royal Guard are still fighting like champs over here. They've cleaned out, oh yeah, they cleaned out most of the inner parts of the city. They've cleaned out most of the walls as well. So this is going very, very well. Their main army hasn't really attacked. So I'm kind of wondering what the orcs are thinking here. They've got a huge force over here as well. And yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out what their strategy is here. I mean, they are pushing up some units as we speak. So, okay, he is sending in some infantry to go in and, you know, try to break. Oh, imagine charging into that. Yeah, you can forget that. Oh, stabby, stabby, stab. Stabby, men. Remember your training. Stab? Yes, stab. I'm kind of surprised that Cannon Fodder didn't send any reinforcements, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, he can send reinforcements over here. It would take a long time, but I think the way Mordor can win this battle is by defeating this army first. If they can do that, that's going to be a huge help. But oh, wait a second. Look who decided to veer. Okay, very interesting. So remember, there was a reinforcement army coming over here, and they decided to shift a good chunk of their units. Look at this over to this main battle. Happy Meal to the rescue. So Happy Meal is doing a lot right now. He's defending the city, and he's also pushing forward some really good infantry to help out in this big pitched battle on the perimeter of the city. So that is going to change the tide of this battle. It was even, but now I think the good guys have the edge here in this fight. Oh, and there goes a general. Oh, man. General is down from Mordor. Many more to go, but that is going to cause a huge morale loss. There is not much left. Look at these elves are kind of surrounded, desperately holding on to this flank. Got these marines. But the elves look like they're victorious over here, and they should honestly shift these units down because you know they're going to need the help. These elves are kind of surrounded right now. They could definitely use some reinforcements. The reinforcement forces who showed up later are just now arriving, and they are in contact with the enemy. They've met the drummer trolls and some halberds, and look at the trolls are like, surprise, surprise. They get a little charge on them, actually gets them a little bit by surprise. That would be pretty terrifying. Oh, another general fallen to arrow fire, it looked like. Maybe the steel bows? Yeah, these are the steel bows, but they're gonna switch to their shield and swords and take on the Mordor archers. Very cool. So these reinforcements are kind of holding their position as we speak. The trolls, unfortunately, look like they killed that unit. They did a surprise charge with them. It's kind of sad. And look at, now they're going to the next one. Look at, and he gets another good surprise charge off. All right, let's go back over to the city really quick and see how it's progressing. Happy Meal is still holding so strong, but this is looking a little concerning. I don't know how much longer they can hold here, but did they send some reinforcements towards the center? Looks like he's got a couple here. He's got his trebuchet. So yeah, he's got a couple units of reinforcements. I assume these are reinforcements from that column army that was marching in. But I don't think they can hold much longer in this situation. If Mordor can just attack like crazy, and oh, I think Cannon Fodder leading this Mordor army is actually sending over reinforcements, which something I brought up earlier, but it might be too late. It looks like the good guys have won it here. There's a few pockets of fighting, but everywhere I look, it's definitely in favor of the good guys. Look at the temple executioners surrounded, fighting like champs. They don't even care. And these trolls, man, they have just been shredding units after units. How many they got left? I don't think they even... 7. So they lost 3 of them since we last saw them. That's the thing about trolls, is they're kind of like elephants in like Rome 2, where they seem unstoppable, but once you start to do a lot of damage to them and they start, taking hit points and stuff, they just start dropping, and they usually all drop around the same time, and sure enough, there's only 3 of them left. So they definitely did cause some damage to the infantry of Numenorians, but their time is done, and it's over for them. So there they go. They are done, done, done. The temple are still surrounded and fighting back to back. That's epic. There's the general. See him right there? The Nazgul. It is time to press the attack. Now the question is Mordor still sending forces over there? Is he still going to commit them? No, he's stopped them. Oh, there goes the general. So he looks like he's just reforming to hold against the victors over here. Interesting. Now the balance of power is in favor of the good guys, but it's still very close. It's still anyone's game. Happy Meal now sending over reinforcements. Let's go back over to this main attack. You can see, oh, is there fighting outside here? Holy crap. Happy Meal has, oh, this is, okay, I get it now. So Happy Meal has split his reinforcements in two, and this is the other half that I couldn't see on the mini-map because it just looked like wall fighting. But yeah, I think he sent over the other reinforcements here to attack Mordor outside. We got a lot of orc arrows. Are those crossbows? No. These are just normal archers. It looked like crossbows from the distance, but yeah, he's got his archers in the back here just opening fire at the Numenorians. You know, all this infantry. Oof. Well, the bouncer, the guy's saying victory will be ours, but this battle is far from over. And here comes a charge of the archers. They probably used up most of their ammo. Trying to reinforce the trolls before they all drop. And maybe, just maybe, they could overwhelm the good guys, but it's not looking too good for Mordor through this battle. Very cool fight here, and all that's really, this is the strongest Mordor army that's left, relatively speaking, and it's going to come down to them. Now, just looking around, if we go back over to here, they're just kind of running down some orcs. Look at the carnage of this fight. I mean, just complete bloody disaster, and it's just really cool to see the aftermath of this battle with the city in the background. It does look very awesome. But yeah, so it was a tragic fight, but it will lead to a victory for the elves and men. And this is the victory force here. These are all who survived, the lucky few. And now they're going to be shifting down, running down through the trees, and they're going to engage Mordor here. But Mordor might get attacked on two sides, as they have held in the city. The city defense is held. Actually, it looks like Mordor is gonna win here. Well, no. All these guys have to do is charge the rear, and I think they've got this. I don't know. It's still kind of close over here. Yeah, it's very close, and they got the orcs right where they want them. I don't know if the trolls can quickly kill, like the orcs and trolls kill this area, like this small force, and then turn around and focus on this. There is a chance, but it's just most of these orcs are archers. They are decent archers, but They're not anything to go toe-to-toe with the elite infantry of Numenorians. We do have the general up here, Uruk captains, so that's a pretty good infantry, the Uruk captains. But I still don't think it's going to be enough to stop these Numenorians. I think these guys are going to be able to clear out all this entire force. So while that's going on, the good guys are making their way. Walk in fast. I do it every time, but we'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit to get them in position. So we'll slow it down here. I want to go back over to this small skirmish and see if the Orcs can win this. Again, this is going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a close fight, but Mordor might be able to take it here. All right, let's go back over to where the final fight is going to take place. This is it. In the balance of power, yes, it's in favor of the good guys, but it's not so much so that the Mordor forces can't win this. Now, they do have a force that is behind them. This is the garrison force that was defending this area, and they've got a lot of troops moving their way. So, you know what? If I was Mordor, I would push up and attack, because I would try to move in, attack these guys, try to defeat them before reinforcements from behind arrives, and try to defeat, army after army. And oh, look at this, reinforcements. Oh yes, a massive amount of reinforcements have arrived, and that is going to be it for the Orcs over here. And everywhere I look, there's just more and more Numenorians running around. There goes another general, an Orc general. He is down. He is gone. I think it was a Nazgul anyways. But yeah, these guys running? These troll drummers, look at this guy. Oh, I didn't sign up for this crap. It's like, yeah, you didn't sign up at all. We forced you into fighting. All right, there we go. Look at this. The victors. The Linden Elves charging into this front line. Look how awesome this is. This looks so cool. Mordor's he's got to find a way to get around these elves and break them quickly, because death and destruction is right behind them, and they are waiting for their moment to charge in. They're like, all right, Captain, can we charge in now? He's like, let the elves fight a little longer. Let them shed their blood for once. Oh, sure, we can just charge in and kill them. Which, yeah, at this point he needs to go in, because they are dying, and it does look like Mordor is kind of winning in this initial engagement. I don't know what they're waiting for. I guess they're kind of gathering up all their numbers, but they don't really need to do that. This is plenty of a force. Here comes all the reinforcements. These guys are glitched out. They are breaking, but they're so scared they're just standing there. They're like, man flesh can't see still things. They only see movement. Oh, just kidding. Charge into them and die. What the heck? So we've got a general who died here. And now Mordor is turning away some units, because it does look like the Numenorians and elves who are fighting here are losing this battle. And now he's moving up his troops, now that he's gathered, I guess, enough forces. Sauron's Will goes in for a charge. The Blackguard of Barad-dûr. They're going in. So full force going in, and now Mordor finds himself surrounded and sandwiched between pointy-eared bastards and normal-eared bastards. With the balance of power, I mean, it looked like it shifted a little bit more in favor of Mordor, but still overall in favor of the good guys. This is awesome. The city in the background. Oh, I think that might be the last general. Love the battle horn in Medieval 2. I mean, I know that's... I don't think that's a natural... I haven't played vanilla in so long, but... I'm pretty sure that's a modded horn, but it just sounds awesome. I just love the combat in Medieval 2. It's just so refreshing. It just feels so real. I don't know. It's weird to describe it. I can't describe it well. So this is still very close. Again, I think the good guys are going to edge out ahead in this battle and win it. But you never know. All it takes is a lucky swing of a sword to kill a general, or a a random arrow. Kill a general. It usually takes a little more than that to kill a general in this game, but we'll see. Oh, they're shaking. They're wavering. They are wavering. Massive waver. Oh, but look at this. Where did these guys come from? These guys break and return. They pulled a reverse Uno card on the elves, and they're now surrounding them. That's not good. Look at the Mordor putting up a hell of a fight here. Numenorians have won here. They really need to consolidate their forces and really defeat. This is the biggest threat of Mordor's army right here. They got to beat them. Oh, another general has fallen. Oh my god. The balance of power is greatly in favor of the good guys, the elves and men. So even though he lost his general, I don't think this is going to be, any kind of big issue. I mean, it sucks for his family, I guess. We will smash the enemy. There's that break. There's that big break. And now we're down to the last handful of troops. The elven cav, just look at them, just running through, and that's it. That's it, folks. That's the battle, pretty much. They've defeated this main force. They're now going to close in and kill. This is definitely an elite force, but I think it's safe to say at this point that it is over, and the last remaining troops are going to fight to the bitter end. And all these battles pretty much stayed true to the lore of the the lore of the war with the Elves and Sauron. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. So it was very cool to see this play out, as to visualize the lore. It was very awesome. Look at the kills. Oh my god. You always gotta love to see these crazy kills, because they're always so outnumbered, but their troops are like way better skilled. So, like I said in the intro, Sauron barely escapes with some of his guard and is pretty much in hiding for a very long time. And yeah, of course, Sauron eventually gets his power back and rebuilds and becomes a threat later on. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Again, big thank you. By the way, it's led by Gil Galad. He's the one who led this battle for the good guys. But this was awesome. This was really, really interesting. I had a lot of fun just going over this 3-part battle series. If you like the series, don't forget to leave a like and share and all that jazz. Big thank you. If everybody could say thank you to Sin of the Dark Cloud for making this series possible. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Third Age has been a blast, and yeah, just it's good fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.